yeah, I thought I'd do some nukes. It's Sunday. Hopefully, I don't have to wait till to okay this video, so hopefully it does go up Sunday night. But yeah, I thought Sunday, let's do a nukes. 10 scary videos to scare your mama. So yeah, let's go.
On March 6, 2015, Jennifer Grossbeck was driving home with her 18-month-old daughter Lily secured in her car seat in the back. While driving along a lonely road in Utah, Jennifer lost control of her SUV and crashed off the side of a bridge, flipping her car upside down into the freezing water of the Spanish Fork River. Most of the car was submerged in the icy water, and tragically, Jennifer Grossbeck passed away almost instantly. However, luckily the car was positioned in a way that Jennifer's 18-month-old baby Lily was not plunged into the freezing water. The baby was held in place in her car seat in the back. Many hours later, the car is spotted in the river, and emergency first responders arrive on the scene.
Go ahead.
What have you got? What have you got?
But as the police and firemen approached the car, they heard something that they really can't explain.
We heard something saying, help us inside. And so it was at that point that we, said we have to get in that car now. And we all, the four of us, were able to push the car on its side. And that's when I looked inside and was able to see the child infant strapped in the back seat.
Anybody hear us? Hello? God, there's a baby. Oh, fuck. There's a baby.
Brian. Pass her up, pass her up. Pass her up. Here, right here, right here.
Go.
She's definitely hypothermic. She's freezing.
Throw up in there.
Here, go. Let's go.
So you actually heard a voice calling out, help me. Do you know who that was?
We assumed, or I assumed, that it was someone in the car saying, help me. That's why we responded saying, we're trying, we're gonna get inside and help you, we're doing the best we can.
We're helping, we're coming.
It wasn't until after we flipped it that we saw the mother, who we know now was deceased at the time, and the child was in the back seat.
Even stranger. Although all four of the early responders say that they heard the strange, unexplained voice of a woman pleading for help, the officers' body cameras did not pick up any voice at all.
Here, get over here, Beddoes. We're helping, we're coming.
To me, it was plain as day, because I remember hearing a voice. It didn't sound like a child. Just saying, help me.
Jennifer Grossbeck's family believes that it was the voice of Jennifer's spirit, calling out from the great beyond to try to urge the emergency workers to hurry to save her baby daughter, Lily.
She was just a very compassionate and caring person. She always wanted to bend over backwards for her loved ones. She loved Lily with all her heart. She was the love of her life.
The emergency team that was on the scene says that they simply can't explain what they heard.
We're helping, we're coming.
The thing down the hall. Oscar Nunez.
All right, do you know what? I've heard that story, but it might have been Mr. Ballon. I listened to loads of scary story podcasts. But I'd heard this, and I was thinking, Jesus, this must either be a very common thing that happens, or it's got to be that story. But I was thinking, I don't know whether it was Mr. Ballon, but I was thinking that whatever I listened to, they didn't play the footage. Like, I'd never seen that footage of them going to the car or anything. And I was thinking, that's kind of weird that the voice, if the voice was, why wouldn't they, whatever I listened to it on, have included that, like Mr. Ballon? But then, if it didn't pick it up, then yeah. But that's crazy, because I've actually heard that story. But do you know what I mean? Sometimes with scary story channels and whatever, sometimes they do just make them up. But that was crazy. And the fact they all heard it. Because I was going to say, it's a high pressured situation. But they are emergency responders. So they would be used to high tension situations. But also, just because it's a high tension situation, 4 people couldn't share the same weird brain thing that's making you think someone's in there saying something. Yeah, that's crazy, no. That's what I mean. Like, these people deal with this on a daily basis. So the fact that something stood out to them as unusual, it does say a lot more. Like, them people, like, do you know what I mean? Sometimes when you're scared, you can hear, but like the fact that all of them heard it, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And that's crazy that that body cam footage, like, I've heard that story, and yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, that was a good one. Let's go.
As that strange, unexplained things have been happening all around his home. He believes that some sinister presence has attached itself to his family. One night, he and his wife return home to find something truly bizarre.
Here's the not flies though. Flies normally mean something's dead, but or like someone's shit in the garage or something. But I've had it. I remember at my mum's, ladybirds or like ladybugs for the Americans. But yeah, ladybirds. That's what we call them. I mean, hundreds, like all round the garage door, like. And it was a bit like, that's well weird. But then other people were saying, what's going on? And then it was just saying, yeah, there's like swarms of, so maybe there's just swarms of flies. You need to go online and check out your area, see if other people are saying the same thing. Because it might just, like I say, you would have thought it was spooky the amount of ladybirds that was at my mum's. I mean, like it was just the whole outside of the garage door was just thick with ladybirds. But yeah, that's right. It's probably a rat or something.
For some odd reason, there are flies swarming all over their house. Oscar says that he can't think of any rational explanation. Another late night, and Oscar's son has fallen asleep on the living room couch. The young boy wakes up and sees something that chills him to his core. Oscar's son wakes up after he hears a strange noise and runs to his parents' bedroom, crying and wailing in fear. The young boy tells his dad that he saw someone scary in the hallway. But did you see it? When Oscar checks his security footage, he sees a large figure that looks like a man just standing in the hallway, staring at his son. Even weirder, whatever this is just seems to disappear into thin air. Oscar Nunez says that he and his family have no idea who or what
what
this
that
is.
thing?
Frightful photobombs.
Hold on, because that was, I didn't see shit. But I did right at the end. Let me go back and just see that. Yeah, you can see it there. It's got shorts on.
man just standing in the hallway, staring at his son. Even weirder, whatever this is just seems to disappear into thin air. Oscar Nunez says that he and his family have no idea who or what this is.
Alright, that is creepy. That is creepy. At first, I did not spot nothing that kid was looking at. I just thought the kid would be spooked or whatever. But yeah, that's weird.
Frightful photobombs. This next weird story was discovered by the YouTube channel / podcast Haunted City Studios. So, a woman named Vernice posts on Facebook that she's been having some very odd experiences and thinks that some sort of spirit or entity has attached itself to her and her youngest daughter. Vernice says that recently when she takes a photo of her daughter, the pictures often come out very strange and disturbing. Vernice posted a few pictures that definitely make her point. First up, Vernice snapped this photo of her youngest daughter in the pool. She's being playfully dunked underwater by her sister, but she looks like this.
Oh my.
That's not right.
Oh my gosh.
The daughter's face looks like a horror special effect.
It really does.
It looks like a mask.
Right.
Deep set dark eyes, very pale skin. It's unsettling to look at because you're trying to make a normal face out of it and you just can't.
No.
As mentioned, for some odd reason in this photo, Vernice's daughter's face just, well, it doesn't look like a face. Vernice posted another photo she took of her young daughter crouching on the bed.
Oh my.
Nope. That's
Look at her
really,
face, though. Here's the thing.
Really weird.
Here's the thing. Look, what is that? Like,
This child might be possessed, like for
Yeah.
real.
It is very upsetting to look at this and think it could be anything like that.
yeah.
Now, if this is some dark spiritual attachment appearing in Vernice's photos, then it's not just limited to her daughter. When Vernice receives a speeding ticket in the mail from an automatic traffic camera, something odd shows up in that photo, too.
That's insane.
Yeah.
There's a figure sitting next to her. It's very clear. And it actually, when I first saw it, I thought it was an old woman.
That's what I thought. That's what I still
But
think.
then, the more I look at it, the more I see kind of classic depictions of, big head, small neck kind of entity.
I think there's two people in there. One's living, one's not.
Something with an abnormally large distorted head seems to be sitting in the passenger seat, right next to Vernice. So just what do you think is going on in all of Vernice's photos lately? Even in pictures.
I think you should give that kid up for adoption, personally. But it looked more like an alien than a ghost. I think that kid's an alien. Like that, you could like... Do you know what I mean? Like that there is the hair as she's jumping. Like you could catch a picture blurry. But that being said, that's still very, very creepy. Even for like someone mid-jump. But then you have got the light behind, which is going to kind of distort the picture. But even all of that, that's still very creepy.
that she didn't take herself. Let me know what you think. The cabin in the woods. A man in Mexico named Antonio has a business where he builds, sells, and rents cabins in Mazamitla, Jalisco, Mexico. Late one night, he is working all alone outside an empty old cabin. Suddenly, he notices a strange flickering light coming from one of the windows. He pulls out his phone and records as he goes to check. And what he sees makes his blood run cold. Now, Antonio is completely alone. There's not supposed to be anyone inside the cabin. But as he watches in terror, he sees someone in the flickering light, slowly approaching the window as if to look out at him. And whoever this is has no discernible features and looks almost like a shadow even in the bright flickering light. Antonio gathers his courage and goes inside the cabin to investigate.
A ver. No, sí me da miedo, espérate. ¿Y esa no es alguien? Ni nadie. No, no hay nadie.
Antonio is a bit nervous as he checks through the rooms, but the entire cabin is completely empty. Now, it should be noted that Antonio usually only uses his social media for his business, either to display properties he's worked on or cabins that he is renting. This is the only supernatural video that Antonio has ever posted. So, what do you think? Just who or what is this? From
That was creepy as hell. I wouldn't stay there either. And also, if his business is shifting houses, it's probably not good to put online a creepy ghost video of the place. Although that place did look nice, to be fair. Like, I did think at first, ain't no way I'm staying in that piece of shit. Until he walked round it and I was thinking, might be worth having a bit of a ghost. It looked alright, that place. But yeah, that was creepy. Although that's kind of a good thing, because if you flick the light on and off, you don't get enough time, and the camera don't get enough time to pick it up anyway. But then, yeah, if you're trying to sell that house, why would you put a ghost video up? And everyone be like, unless you're trying to attract ghost hunters, I suppose. But I mean, that's pretty niche. Most people don't want to buy somewhere that's got that in the bathroom.
Shadows. This next video was sent in by Nukes Top 5 viewers Tuva and Sunniva from Norway. So Tuva says that she and her family moved into a new apartment in May of last year. And before this, they had never experienced anything paranormal. In fact, Tuva says that she and her sister Sunniva are very much skeptics. Or at least they were. Until this happened.
Okay, house tour. Så her er rommet mitt. Der står jeg, der står Tuva. Ut her er stua. Og det her...
Did you see it?
No.
As Sunniva is recording a video house tour for a friend, there is something black and weird just standing in front of the apartment door. The figure is so shadowy that it blends right into the darkness, but Sunniva says that she could easily see it with her naked eye. Sunniva lets out a frightened gasp and jerks her phone back so hard that it hits her other hand and knocks out the microphone. Now, when the video is brightened a lot, you can see that whatever this is actually blocks out the light from the peephole in the door. Sister Tuva says that a woman who was a former tenant passed away in the apartment. So could this be her presence still occupying their home? You decide. Unexplained.
It could be her, like, reflection. And that's why it's blocked the light out. It hasn't blocked the light out. It's just that her shadow is there and the light's there, so it has the effect like it's the light, it's blocking the light, but it is blocking the light because the light's coming from there and she's there blocking the light. especially if it's a new place as well. I would say like the way my sister's house used to be, they've changed it now. But you'd come in her conservatory door, and I don't know how it worked. I can't remember whether the door had to be. You like come in the conservatory door, and then you have the back door to the house. And if you come in and shut the door, how your reflection goes on the glass looks like someone walks into my sister's kitchen. Like if that makes sense, so you kind of go through the door, and the way the reflection is cast as you come through it, the shadow goes across there, and it does. It looks like sort of like to the point where a couple of times it got me and would make my blood go cold. Like if I knew everyone was in bed and there shouldn't be anyone up, like if it was like 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and you come in and then it looks like, and I'll be like, and you go in and there's no one there. And I remember saying it to my sister, and my sister was like, because she used to think that house is haunted, but yeah, she said, nah, that is the reflection. And then yeah, it happens every time you kind of, but it ain't like that no more. So yeah, it could just be because she's in a new house that that's just a kind of perspective thing. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's part one. Sweet.